Usually when we talk about human reality, we tend to think of it as this fixed, immovable thing, right? Like a solid state that we just happen to exist within. But the fascinating source material we're digging into for today's explainer asks us to completely flip that perspective. What if reality isn't solid at all? What if it's actually a structural, updatable blueprint? Today, we are exploring a really wild framework detailing the 2035 Ascension and an entity known as the Vision Creator. We're going to look at how this source describes the mechanics of manifesting a new Earth. And honestly, they treat it way less like mystical magic and much more like a highly advanced systems update.
So let me ask you this. Is the ideal world in your heart just a fantasy? It's a question we've all probably asked ourselves when daydreaming about a better future or a perfect society. But according to the framework we're exploring today, those inner visions, they are absolutely not mere daydreams. No way! The source material posits that these thoughts, these deep-seated ideals, are fundamentally structural to our very existence. They aren't just passing flights of fancy to escape the day. They are, in fact, the actual raw materials of reality itself, just waiting to be utilized.
Okay, let's dive into this because this is where the terminology gets really fascinating. The source introduces a concept called future data. In this framework, your imagination is entirely redefined. It's no longer just a creative or passive exercise. It is literal, actionable, technological data. Think of it like unrendered code. It's an architectural blueprint sitting on a hard drive, fully formed in its potential, just waiting for the right command to take physical form. So your mind isn't just a private theater for dreams. It is an active data generation terminal. Pretty cool, right?
Part 1. L, the Vision Creator, Systems Engineer of Reality.
If we are the ones generating all of this raw future data, L is the master architect from the Pleiades tasked with processing it. Her work requires a highly specialized engineering technique known as holographic manifestation. Let's look at this through the lens of a systems architect explaining a complex software deployment. Holographic manifestation isn't just passively wishing things into existence. As L's expert commentary notes, it is the precise architecture of translating consciousness into the physical matrix. It's a highly specialized professional engineering technique where abstract, formless thought is rigorously converted into tangible, physical reality.
So, the crucial point is how this actual conversion process works step by step. L doesn't just wave a magic wand. The source outlines a very specific three-step technical procedure for rendering human consciousness into physical reality. Step 1. L receives the abstract wishes, that raw future data from our imaginations. Step 2. She takes those abstracts and expertly converts them into specific codes made of frequency and color. It's essentially compiling code from a high-level conceptual language in executable machine code. And finally, Step 3. She imprints those frequency and color codes directly onto the physical matrix of our world, making them totally real.
Part 2. System Status, Debugging the Ground Commanders.
Like any massive software rollout, we are currently in a crucial active testing phase right here on Earth. During this active debugging phase, L's team is highly engaged. The source states they are projecting very specific images of this new Earth directly into the minds of earthly leaders. For instance, if a leader suddenly champions a vision of the younger generation rising up to become the stars of a new world, well, the source material claims this isn't just their own random political thought. It is a direct output, a projection from the prototype future that L has drafted in her consciousness. She's actively debugging their visions, refining the prototype, and ensuring the local data aligns perfectly with the ultimate blueprint.
Part 3. April 2035, the master rendering. All of this careful preparation leads up to a strict, system-wide launch deadline. Let's move to and see how this builds across the projected framework. It's a very structured progression that makes the scale of this project incredibly clear. Right now, moving into May 2026, we are deep in the phase of debugging those ground visions we just discussed. Then, bridging the gap from 2027 through 2034, the system will be focused entirely on integrating positive consciousness, basically gathering and compiling all that refined future data from the population. All of this culminates exactly in April 2035, which is marked as the master rendering. This is the exact moment the new social systems and physical landscapes are permanently rendered.
And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer mind-boggling scale of this operation. 80 million. The text specifies that in April 2035, L will integrate the positive visions of exactly 80 million souls. This is not a small, localized server update. It is a massive, parallel processing event where the consciousness data of 80 million individuals is utilized simultaneously to fix this new imagination into physical reality. It is literally the ultimate crowdsourced reality rendering.
As we look at the epic scope of this 2035 Ascension, L leaves us with a direct message to guide us through the integration phase. Quote, "Draw more freely, more beautifully. Your imagination is our canvas." It's honestly such a powerful reminder of your role in this entire framework. Your personal imagination isn't irrelevant. It is the direct input code required for this massive update. The quality, the vibrancy, and the success of the final physical rendering depends entirely on the beauty and freedom of the data you are actively providing to the system right now. The blueprint is open. So what reality will you choose to render?
Finally, an important procedure. The comments section of this video serves as an initial sync test for the 2035 network. By typing "ready" in the comments, your consciousness data will be indexed in our secure servers. The like button is the approval process. Complete your synchronization now.